Alright, it is Greg Doug Plays Games back with episode 12 of my Minecraft Monster Feed the Beast Echo playthrough. So we have progressed to the point where I have met one of my stated goals, which is to have a full redstone energy cell. So last episode I progressed past the diamond tool level, and so I went ahead and got a flux infused pickaxe and a flux infused battle wrench. Pretty cool because it's a very functional weapon. 6 plus 3 damage, so 9 total damage, and it also works as a wrench, so that's a pretty handy little deal to have. Never be without your wrench again. Take your handy battle wrench with you wherever you go. Now what I'm going to do is something I should have done for a while, but I lacked the diamonds. You can probably already tell, but I'm going to get myself an enchantment table, which I'm then immediately going to turn into a chunk loader. So now I just have to figure out where do I want to put my chunk loader. Let's see. For maximum usage, let's put our chunk loader. You know what? There's a hole right here. That's where it's going to go. And let's see. How far does 3 get us? Let's close that, or open that. 3 gets us pretty much where we want to be. Man, I really didn't want to have to hit the zombie 3 times. I would like to be able to kill him in 2 hits. I'm gonna have to enchant my fancy new battle wrench, I think. For that, we're gonna need some additional items, I bet, but we'll get to all that. Alright, anyway, I think 3 looks like it's going to work. You don't want too much, but you don't want too little, you know? Too much, and it's a strain on your system, your chunk loading areas that don't need to be chunk loaded, but too little, and you don't actually end up chunk loading the stuff that you need to have chunk loaded. So it's a little bit of a balance, and I think for now, 3 should be good. So what I'm going to do is head into the Nether and see just what this flux-infused pickaxe can actually do. So back in a bit. Okay, so on the question of can that mine cobalt and ardite, yes it can. There's some cobalt smelting up. There we go. So it can certainly mine cobalt and ardite just fine. So now what I'm thinking is I might want to make myself look pretty. So let's see. While I was out doing other stuff, I got a bunch of these pearls. So I think I'm going to get some stuff ready to go to try and make some jewelry, and then maybe enchant some things. I don't know. We'll see. Back in a second. Alright, so we have built a little bit of a thing over here. So what we've got is the igneous extruder, which takes no power. I just a bucket of lava, a bucket of water, and it just makes cobblestone for you. So it's just a cobble gen, and it's not super fast, but it's fast enough for what we're doing. That's going to pipe straight into a pulverizer, which pulverizes cobblestone into sand, and then a 10% chance to have gravel, which then comes out into 2 barrels for sand, 2 barrels for gravel. The second barrel of sand will then go straight into a redstone furnace. Oh, you know what? That's not going to work. That needs to be a hopping barrel. I'll have to fix that in a second here. The redstone furnace will just cook it, and then it'll go down the bottom. The gravel will fill that up and then go into the grinder, which turns gravel into glass again. So the glass from that and the glass from this get piped down up into here, into these 2 barrels. But I need to come over here. I'm going to need 2 of those. I'm going to need 1 of those. Let's see. This goes there. Copper. Larger jungle. Ah, crap. I bet I need 2 hoppers. Silky hopping. Yep, 2 barrels. Alright, let's try this again. 2 chests. We'll do that. 2, put that back, put that there. 1, hopper, hopper, hopping barrel. Now, what this does is, if I have the larger down there and I have the hopper one up there, if I take my buckets and I put them in there, it hoppers them down to the bottom. So that's what we want. Larger goes back, the hopping. That is the barrel that we're going to want to have sitting on top of the redstone furnace so that it can supply it down to the redstone furnace. And just to make sure, right. So it is hopping into it. So everything is set up correctly that way. I don't need those. Let's go ahead and throw the sand in there that would potentially be arriving in there and make sure this works. So sand is going to go in there, get put into there. And let's make sure gravel goes in there. Oh, oops. I want to control low so that it just puts it, come on, pull it out of the barrel, pull it out of the barrel. No. Whitelist gravel? Is that going to get it to pull it out? Huh. I wonder why the barrel won't let it pull out of the bottom. That's really weird. That's what it's supposed to do. Alright, would you do... wait a minute. Oh, maybe... I know. Maybe that thing doesn't accept piping into the side. Maybe it needs to pipe in this way? Ah, but of course the barrel won't like that, obviously. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out here. Oh, meanwhile we got our glass from that sand. Maybe it needs to go in this side. There, and there, and there, and there. No. There. Yes, no. If we tell it not to do it, and now to do it again. Huh. It just won't go. Alright. Let's just do the same thing. Chest, barrel. Nope, only one barrel. Come over here. 2, put that back. Barrel in the middle. Hoppers. Hopper barrel. And then let's go ahead and do that. Reconnect that. Pull that out. Break that. Put in the hopper barrel. And then put that back in. And then make this. Huh. So it's trying to hopper that in. And it won't go. That's interesting. And the grinder does look like the internal inventory. It doesn't seem like it has one yet. Oh, this doesn't have recipe mode enabled. However, gravel, like I'm not crazy. Grinder, gravel to sand. And there's only grinder. Oh, maybe it's talking about the factorization grinder? Or the rotary craft grinder. Oh. I bet that's what it's talking about. Alright, well, fair enough. We'll just do that. And we'll just save the gravel up for now. This can be a regular barrel now. It doesn't need to be a hopper. And, yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's a little system to make some glass. Just because I noticed a lot of my recipes are going to call for glass. So, really. So I wanted to have some space for them. Where did my barrel? What? Alright, I'll be back when I fix this. Alright, so we are back, and I have done a little bit of work. Let's see, not there. Here? Yeah, so you can see I made a filler. If you're unfamiliar with what a filler does, it has several modes. It can fill things, it can flatten things, the horizon, pyramid, stairs, box, clear. What I did was use the clear function. And if you grab some of these and some of these, if you put down a landmark and then give it redstone, it'll shoot those out. And then you just put some other torches in a line. With that, right click on the base torch. It'll turn it into a red box. Then you can get rid of this. If you put the filler here, it will outline that box as its work area and then do one of the functions. So I told it clear, so I made a box and then told it clear, and it will clear out all the blocks in there. Now you don't get the blocks, so it's not like you can use it to mine. It just destroys them. But it is a good way to clear something out. So for instance, here's what we did. So I went one level down and cleared this out, and this is sort of going to be, I think, yeah, like a power generation / AE room. So I can have various ways to generate power in here that will power the AE system, and I can probably have some auxiliary machines, stuff like that. When I automate things with AE, I can put all that in here so that it's not really in the base. And then there's some additional levels. Another level, and another level, and then a final level, and then below this is just lava. I think we're at like 11 or 12 at this point, 16, 15. Yeah, so just below here is lava and the bottom. And what these last three are going to be for are for some farms. So we're going to need a whole bunch of planters and a whole bunch of harvesters, all sort of set up the same, and we're going to be getting setting up a bunch of stuff because I think we're going to go with biofuel as a fuel source going forward. We just have to get all the infrastructure set up so that we can support that. And of course, all of those things are all going to require power and all of that. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and set that up, I think. So, we may do like a small tree farm over here, maybe, just to get that started and have like my idea was, jump back over here. My idea was to maybe use some extra utilities, transfer pipes, to go ahead and grab the planks from here and pipe them down to another set of engines. But what ended up happening was, give me that back, we actually stopped because this guy, the harvester, I had some of those rubber trees up here, and when it detects a block, a tree block, like, why is it not cutting those down? Maybe it's happened again. Sometimes it gets gummed up because I told it, and I should probably go ahead and just fix that. What'll happen is I told it can only have these specific things go in here. So the problem being, when it's not one of these things, everything stops. So that's what had happened, was it was a rubber tree, because when the harvester detects a tree, especially a jungle tree, it changes into a huge radius that it's looking for. I wonder if it tried to cut down this tree right there. Oh, hey, what are you doing up there? So let's see, the easiest way to usually tell is if I just get rid of this pipe. Oh my. So clearly something was backing it up, but I don't know what. Oh, are my vines full? Yes, the vines are full. That was the problem. There's nowhere to put vines, so it doesn't know what to do. So what we're going to do is we need a trash can. What is this? This is some cobble around a chest. Somehow I think we can probably manage that. So let's see. We should be able to take a chest, surround it by cobble, and not get that. Cobble. Oh. Do I actually have stone in here? No. Alright, let's run back down here. Stone, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seriously, what the heck? Cobble. Oh. There we go. Jeez. Tried about every way except the one way that worked. And when I built this thing, I built it for this to happen, and then I just never went back and did it. So that's partially my own fault. You can see, because I even left this here specifically for that. So the trash can is, anytime you put something in it, it just deletes it. So like I just put those vines in there, the dirt, it just goes away. So now, anything that it mines out that doesn't fit into this nice little loop in any of these inventories is just going to get deleted. So that'll be handy. Let's go see out here. Yep, so it's harvesting away again. So that's good. But basically, because I had screwed up a couple times, which is why I always like to go back and check on my stuff and never just let it run and assume. But because it sort of backed up a couple of times, I ate through this backlog, and we're not quite up to where we need to be. So I think I might start a tree farm, which means I'm going to need some oak saplings. Do I have oak saplings? That is the question. Lime, rubber, jungle, that shouldn't be there. Oak saplings. I have 29 oak saplings. So, alright, I'm going to make a planter and a harvester and some other stuff, and then I'll be back. Okay, so theoretically we're ready to kick this thing off. So much like the last one, this is going to be an oak farm, so it'll plant, it'll harvest, it'll send all the products over here. The wood's going to go to 3 sawmills. The 3 sawmills are going to go to there, to 8 steam dynamos powered by an aqueous accumulator I made before. The power is going to go from there over here, hit the router, hit the harvester, flow into the redstone energy cell. From there, it'll flow into the sawmills. You can charge these, the harvesters, and all of those will charge off a capacitor in your inventory, which I found out accidentally, but was actually then kind of sort of pleasantly surprised, I suppose. Alternatively, if they weren't all charged, are these all charged? 24, 24. Okay, those are all charged. If they weren't all charged... Ooh, I need the upgrades. That's what I forgot. If these weren't charged, I could always take my capacitor and just plug it into the battery slot, and it would then power that up. So at least this has a little bit of a jump start to it. However, I am going to need the upgrades, so let's go make those really quick. I believe I'm going to need... Wait, I just made a bunch of that. There it is, raw plastic. Let's see, real quick. Upgrade, and I need the +4. Upgrade. +3, +4 is copper, so some gold nuggets, some redstone, and some copper. Redstone, gold nuggets. Let's see, I need that. We want that. That. We want that and that. 2 of those. Put that over there. Grab this. Grab that. Come back over here. That is thermal expansion. Let's go ahead and throw all this stuff back. Yeah. I don't have any oak logs, so I'm going to wait for it to get some before I throw the trash can on there, because I don't want to accidentally throw stuff away. Let's see. Upgrade and upgrade. Okay. I think that we're ready. Oh, nope, we're not ready. I need... That's what I need. Let's go over here and go down. There we go. To there. Did I install? I did not. And I just put all those away. Oh, frustration. Frustration, frustration. Alright, here we go. Coming back this way, coming down here, thermal expansion, get one of those. Jump, fly. And I really got to figure out why morph doesn't work, because bat form is really useful in this kind of situation. Like, I have to mine out multiple blocks instead of just the one that I want to. That's just annoying. So yeah, harvester, it comes out of the harvester down here again. First pass goes to planter, and then from there into the barrels. So now we should be ready to go. Alright. Throw the oak saplings in there. It's going to plant them. Oh, let me come over here and do this. Let's go ahead and throw 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, and 16. Now I'm going to go grab some bone meal just to make sure. The only concern I kind of have is whether or not this ceiling is tall enough to let the trees grow. And I guess I would say mildly concerned about it. So not like really, really concerned, but mildly concerned. And then let's go with bone meal. No. 2 words? 2 words. So I can get 3 or 6. Okay, I'm just making sure the pulverizer recipe had not been changed. So pulverize me some bone meal. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Also, what is a bone meal bag? Oh, just a bunch of white dye. Huh. Totally gonna have to use that. Not right now, but soon. And bone meal. Alright, let's see if this is gonna work. So as long as this isn't too tall, or the ceiling's too short, should work. Well, that seemed to work. Now, chop it down. Okay. Good stuff. That should then get sent over here. Hopefully I can grab a piece of this beforehand. Right now this is set up to just disallow the other 2 things in. So hopefully the planks are going to go in here. Just the item ducts are awful slow. I have a lot of glowstone, so I could energize them. But for a tree farm, it doesn't really need to be energized, so I didn't really see a point to energizing it. Like the speed, once it gets going, it's not going to be a speed issue. Yikes. I hope this doesn't screw up my stuff here when this grows. Yeah, that's kind of a concern. If this grows too short, like this one did, it might override and replace my redstone. Really hoping that's not going to be the case. You are out of power. Alright. For now, come on. Alright, so let me go get... I think it's just suffering from a lack of power to start this thing up. So let me go get some more stuff to start it up. Alright, so the farm has been running for quite a while. And if you notice, I think it's doing just fine. So we've got full barrels, we've got a full redstone energy cell. So I think that is definitely going to be a viable way to provide power to an AE system. So I think next time, this is where I sort of wonder. Oh, what I ended up doing is, it really helped that I chopped up into the ceiling, and then over here in my other room, I just sort of kicked this wall out a little bit. I didn't really need this room if I'm going to have all that space down there. So that's what we went with. And I'm getting all glass. I have a ton of cobble. I've got sand. Yeah. We're on our way with all that stuff that I have set up to be automated. But it really helped to knock these extra couple blocks out. As you can see, the trees do grow that tall. So, yep. Next episode, I'm debating between starting AE and placing that over here, or trying to go ahead and get all the rest of these farms set up and then hooking them into AE later. That might be what I do, just because that's a more arduous task than setting up an AE system. But it's hard to tell. Regardless, that is going to do it for this episode. So I now have another source of power that will hopefully be exclusive to an AE system. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. So, this is Grub Plays Games. Hopefully you had fun, because I certainly did. And join me next time. Have a good day.